Well, Betty, they're doing a lot right. Terry Lundgren, the CEO of Macy, is widely credited with turning around the company, doing his own department store reinvention, and you can see it all in the numbers. Lundgren, he has produced 12 quarters of growth, a price-to-sales ratio that trumps Penney. And take a look at that stock price you were just mentioning. In fact, it is pretty close to Macy's all-time high. So no doubt Terry Lundgren is this retail superstar. But remember, he did have to go through his own turnaround at Macy's and, in fact, posted 3 years of revenue declines before he got the formula right. So what is the formula that Lundgren did and worked? And importantly, what can Penney learn from the company? Well, the first thing that Lundgren did was to bring in new merchandise to freshen up the Macy's brand, get things into the store that consumers wanted to buy. To be fair, that's exactly what Ron Johnson was doing as well. He brought in a lot of new brands like Joe Fresh and also Levi's. So to Ron Johnson's credit, he was passionate about that and he was getting positive marks for bringing all those brands in. He just needed to get the core consumer back to buy them. And that's where Lundgren's second big thing that he did really worked. Lundgren got local. In fact, he built an army of local managers who were free to tailor the store according to their needs. So basically, really strong execution of those big brands and concepts. And of course, that is where Penney has fallen short. It's widely reported that they didn't test any of these new concepts. They lost the connection with their core customer. And of course, those are all the reasons that Penney is in the big mess it's in now. So at this point, analysts do say that, look, basic blocking and tackling, talking to the customer again, getting them back in the door, getting some smart pricing back in to get them to buy this new merchandise, all big keys to the turnaround plan that Penney needs to do, Betty.
Question is, Sheila, does Penney have the time to pull this off?
Yeah, that's really the huge question. Penney right now is in a race against the clock and a race against its balance sheet. Just to put this in context, Penney burned through $1 billion of cash last year and is estimated to burn through another $1 billion of cash this year. This upcoming holiday season is so important for Penney. They need to get some return on all of this cash that has gotten out the door. And if they don't, they're going to have to raise more money or, of course, maybe even face a massive restructuring. Don't forget, there's also another big sword hanging over Penney's head, and that is the courtroom battle it is facing with Macy's and Martha Stewart over selling those home goods in their stores. Remember, this is already inventory they have bought. The cash is out the door for all of these Martha Stewart goods. Now they're basically waiting on permission from a judge to actually sell it. So if they don't get the permission to sell it, according to Citigroup, they could actually take another $100 million hit on this merchandise. Betty, more cash out the door is the last thing Penney needs. A big, big to-do list for Mike Ullman.